Anyway, so what's going on in the fortress? I loaded it up about 20 minutes ago before the stream started, and I haven't actually taken a look because I'm feeling pretty lazy. We're currently under siege, I remember that much, and they made it all the way past our first gate, which isn't surprising considering it's not hooked up. And then they came all the way down here into the cavern layer. That's not the cavern layer. This is the cavern... No, this is the cavern layer. They came all the way down here and killed most, if not all, of our livestock. I don't see any remaining livestock. We can assume they're dead. And then they started buggering around in the caverns, killing whatever they got their hands on, basically. Thankfully, we managed to close off the gate and wall off the trap tunnel, but that did mean we had limited access to the surface for, well, I say limited, no access to the surface or caverns for either water or wood, both of which we have at least moderate requirements for. I'm going to keep doing this. Let's scroll down the fortress a bit, because this little corridor here, you may have noticed, this lovely boy jutting from the top of our fort, side, I suppose. This is a top-down view. Anything jutting upwards can't be seen because it's sliced on Z levels. Anyway, we go down, and then we find ourselves in a little cavern baffle there. We're going to have to trap the fuck out of that, and then we go down a little bit further, past cavern layer 1 and 2. Then we come here, find ourselves another little cavern baffle, except not a little cavern baffle, a big cavern baffle. Oh, it seems like people are pooping in chat all over the place. Excuse me, let me just have a quick look. And then we strike the third cavern layer, where we have both water and wood, although a slightly small little bit of land there. Let's have a little look at chat and see what's going on. Good evening. Have you ever looked up the translations of his songs? Who? Question mark. I've missed that, Xavier St. Cloud. You're gonna have to fill me in. Hot poop or cold poop? That is the question. Well, I mean, we'll do the poll, but we're going to need a little bit more context. Ocelot, are we talking about egress or ingress? Because egress, I mean, ideally neither, but I'm assuming cold is better, right? Like frozen, maybe, to be swallowed as pellets. Why did that? Oh, where am I going? I mean, an egress. I mean, surely cold, not possible. Comes out warm or hot. Anyway, where were we? David Lostraptor saying he hates the YouTubers and he loves the YouTubers. He's up and down like a Stairmaster, which I suppose doesn't move itself. You move on it, whatever. The Simon songs, they all have lyrics provided, I think. The Simons. Oh, the Simons, do they? I have never seen the lyrics. I've heard like the noises in the background. I didn't realise they actually had... I assumed it was just fantasy talk, you know. I was about to say elven gibble gabble, but you know what I mean. That kind of stuff, made up, and conlangs, if even that. Name me. Dave Velociraptor wants Stairmaster 4000 as a dwarf. Well, we'll see if we've got space, but the population is not exactly huge. Excuse me. Dave Velociraptor says, I have been enjoying rich tea biscuits with lemon curd. Absolutely amazing. Yes. I remember this conversation from the other day. I mean, so many things can go on so many different biscuits. I mean, it's almost infinite variety. Righteous Boner says, I'm just dropping by to say, hey guys. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. And if presumably if you didn't stay, goodbye. Thanks for joining us. People pooping in the chat. Ocelot says, just leave it open-ended. I mean, well, either way, coming or going, you have to be open-ended, don't you? Otherwise, it's not going anywhere, except all over your... Just didn't know if you'd ever seen them. No, I've never seen the lyrics. I don't think I've ever seen the lyrics of the Simons. I bet they're all horribly racist, aren't they? It's going to be, I'm not against elves. They're going to be like, they're all going to be horrible anti-Semitic screeds, and I'm going to be sitting there going, oh shit, how many times did I play them? Fuck. I doubt it though. Maybe not. Who knows? I mean, certainly that would upset me if they were, but also, that's Dwarf Fortress, baby? I'm not sure that one applies there. The songs that have lyrics have a translation. They're all sung in Dwarf Fortress Dwarvish. Oh my god. What a horrible language that is. What a horrible... Well, thank you very much for the suggestion, says Dave Velociraptor. What was the suggestion? I don't even know what the suggestion was anymore. Oh, the lemon curd biscuits, of course. I think Nutella on a digestive is pretty good. Or, you know what I've bought lately? I've had a big jar of piccalilli. In fact, That's a lie. I've had 2 big jars of piccalilli, one after the other, get emptied like lightning fast. I quite like the stuff. Cream cracker, bit of cheese, bit of piccalilli on top. Get the whole thing in your mouth. Doesn't work if it's not the whole thing. The whole thing in your mouth, and then spend a good few minutes trying to chew it into an arrangement that will actually allow for proper chewing. Oh yeah, that's the kind of way I eat. Anyway, we've already started recording for the YouTubers, haven't we? Well, I hope my little piccalilli anecdote didn't bore you too much. Let's get back into the action and unpause the game. That's probably the best way to figure out what's going on, he says, futilely hitting the F keys and realising that we haven't set any hotkeys. Okay, we'll do that first. We'll do that and then we'll unpause. So first things first, we'll head down to the entryway to the fortress and we'll bind that to F1, as one does. So let's get binding. Shift H for hotkey. Gates is going to be here, so we press zoom. Bosh, success. Hotkey 2, of course, which is acquired by pressing F2, will zoom to the floor above. Okay, that should do. Z, N, that's correct. Bedrooms, not bedroms. That's very different. Bedrom is a kind of adult game. Bedroom, no, bedrooms. There we go. And then we press Z to zoom, and we should be all good. Right, number 3, F3. Where are we? There we go. Let's go up a floor. I'm honestly thinking now, why would I have a hotkey for the bedrooms? But hey, why not? Why not have a bedroom hotkey? Sounds sexy, doesn't it? Should we go zoom and name and say stonework? Okay, try with the actual letters this time. S-T-O-N-E, work. Stoneworth. And then we'll zoom here. Okay, so number 4. There we go. Let's go up a floor. And we'll call this food. Z-N-N. Food, please. Food. Good. And then F5, if you'll excuse my strange little bleatings. Stocks. This is the stock room. So Z-N-S-T-O-C-K-S. Lovely. F6. What's above here? Guilds and temples. Let's call it G's and T's. Z. We're not going to remember what it is later down the line, but at least we'll think of gins and tonics. G's. Ampersand. T's. There we go. Zoom. Lovely. F7. We've got another floor. Oh, question mark? No. There we go. F7. There we go. And now let's, just in case you're wondering why I'm sort of leaning over like this and peering down every time. I mean, it's fairly obvious if you think about it, but it's not a very well lit room, and my keyboard is unlit with quite badly rubbed away letters. So, you know, it's going to happen, isn't it? Going to happen. Z-N-F-A-R. Hee, where's this going? Of course, it's an M. As if I'd put farts. I'm not a child. I'm getting to be an old man. I'm a middle-aged man. Let's not say old. That would be ageist, you bastards. F8. Let's go up. And then, do we put hotkey here even? For sand? I don't think... Oh, it happens to be the surface level. Okay, we'll call it surface. Very clever scoundrel. Zoom in surface. And then we'll plummet back down again. No, press escape. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8. Lovely. Back to F1. And then we'll go down to cavern layer 3. And we'll start thinking about what we're going to do. How do we penetrate this cavern carefully and daintily and make sure that we land ourselves somewhere we can chop down trees and collect water? Precious H2O, the wonderful union of oxygen and hydrogen. My head is an oxygen and my fingertips are hydrogen. Let us dedicate this moment to the wonderful, amazing thing that is water. There we go. Anyway, let's have a look at chat now, because I've been away for miles. Thunderous Fart, says Righteous Boner. Oh my goodness, there's a few namies in the queue now with some exotic nomenclature. I'll have to see what's going on. I'm going to stick with the lemon curd, not the Nutella. I would like lime curd. Don't know if it exists. I will try the piccalilli though. Piccalilli's a savoury thing and quite potent. It's a very powerful yellow pickle. Where were we going? Hyber No Way says, I tried a World War II rationing recipe this week. Weetabix, Bovril and boiling water. Surprisingly edible. What is that called? Bovril and Weetabix. I mean, I am probably going to end up trying it now someone said it. I've not had Bovril in a long time. But yeah, maybe I'll give Bovril and Weetabix a go. Marmite and Weetabix, there's another option. Crackers plus cheese plus piccalilli, says Dave. Obviously it's savoury. Why was I saying it's savoury? I had it with crackers and cheese. Then again, I had cheese, crackers and grapes today, and grapes aren't savoury. Are they? No, they're sweet. Grapes are sweet. Might want to check out Great Depression Cooking on YouTube. Was 93 or 94-year-old woman recreating recipes she had back in the 30s. Oh, very nice. Like old shoe leather and stuff like that. Boiled shoe leather was so lovely. Otherwise, all I had was gravel from the cracks in the hallway tiles. Ravelin says, not having your keys memorialised. But they are now. They're done now. The hotkeys are done. It's all good. Or was people suggesting names for keys? Of course they were. Of course they were, but never mind. We've missed it now. I don't need to see my keys to type. I can touch type, but... Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. I've never been able to touch type. That's true. I mean, once like I could type something if I've got started and I can look away from the keys because then I kind of know where I am instinctively. But if you were to say, pick this key out of the layout, I'd be like, after QWERTY and WASD, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. And I often, when playing like first-person games or games controlled with the WASD setup, I will find myself not having. I'll have my fingers on E, S, F, and D instead, and I'll be like, "Oh, why can't I do this? It's too difficult." But in the end, I figure it out. It's all good. It's all good. Build a stockpile of blocks right next to where you break through. Have a bridge ready to close. Break in and wall a section off. Yeah, I mean, people always say wall a section off, Dave, but the problem with walling sections off is the sheer altitude. Look at the size here. This cavern is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. It's 31 Z levels tall, so, I mean, anything flying in those caverns is going to be pretty difficult to wall off against, right? I think the bridge is the superior option here. I mean, to be honest, this is just the edge of what we can see from a breach very high up in the ceiling, so I'm guessing we're not going to be coming in directly from this wall. We're going to be having to come a bit deeper down and figure out what we've got. We've got to really sort of feel out these caverns and figure out what the actual shape of them is. What is the size of my cavern here? So from here, I think probably a good bet would be to dig an exploratory tunnel. One working thusly. Okay, so it comes across here like this. Bosh, there we go. Very nice. And then we come down here like this, and then we come across here like this, and then we can sort of at intervals dig across to try and find ourselves other areas to get into. Right, anyway, let's very definitely build a bridge down here. G, I believe, is the current hotness for bridges. I've made that too big. Let's in-smallen it, and then we'll put our bridge along here, about that big. Nah, a bit that big. And then we'll have it pull back that way. And then we will bung it right there. Right the fuck there. Lovely. Yeah, I know you said build a block stockpile, but for now, we'll just get it done. We'll get that done while the digging's going on. We should probably also put levers to connect it to, shouldn't we? And I believe the lever place is F4 as a hotkey. Let's build trap component lever. And we'll put that lever down here in the corner. No access to mechanisms. Excuse me, what is this bullshit? We have a mechanics workshop. Surely we have a mechanic. What? No, get out of here. What are you doing? There we go. Let's add construct rock mechanisms. Bosh. Let's also say Alt W. Yeah. Boof. 25 to 30 items, mechanisms rock. Now have 5. Okay, brilliant. And then we go up to the stockpile room, and I'll make a lovely mechanism stockpile next to the stone, next to the blocks. So, U for furniture, I do believe. And we want it to be 25 to 35, so it needs to be 5 by 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, let's do it by 7, just to make it fit neatly between these two. And then we click on that, and we say S, and we go to the furniture and say, please forbid all type of furniture. And then we come down here, and we find ourselves mechanisms. Come on. Show me how to use... Oh, there they are. Lovely. Now we is all mechanic. And we'll wait for those to build up a little bit. And once they've built up... Well, actually, no. We'll get them going straight into the things that need building. But once the bridge is done, it will build up and we can put a lever in. Yes? Question mark? Query. Let's go down again. I should probably put a hotkey down to that bridge, shouldn't I? Whoa, there we go. Let's do it. Shift H. It's going to be hotkey F9. Oh, no, it's not. It's going to be Shift F1, which means it's very rarely going to get used. N, cavern... Baffle. Oh, you wanker. Cavern BG for bridge. There we go. We'll zoom here and... Jesus fucking wept. Zoom here. There we go. Lovely. And then I press escape. And if we say F1, lovely. Shift F1, even lovelier. Down we go. They're mining through that pretty quickly. They're no slouches. Can I come down a floor as well? I'll tell you what. We're going to dig, there we go, up downstairs. We're going to go just off of the side here. I believe we should be safe. Yep. Ooh, only one floor though. Fucking hell. Alright, in that case, let me just priority 3 this shit. There we go. Bingo. Uh-huh. And then we priority 3? Did I say priority 3? I meant priority 2, obviously. And we're going to come down like that. Doing a bit more exploring. Just, come down and try and reach in at a lower level. If we can. If we can. Can of Soda says R.I.P. Slagfist. Slagfist. Rip Slagfist. I prefer the name Hank Bangflex, but why not? I was trained as a typist, but I have to have both hands to pick it out by feel. Those indentations on F and J are there for a reason. F and J? Oh, there's little tabs. I've seen them a million times and I've never acknowledged them even internally. I've seen them and I've never thought, what are they for? I've just gone, yeah, there's lumps on this keyboard. Oh my god. That's F and J. Oh, but if I just find the F with my index finger, I immediately have WASD. Incredible. Hello, Beardster. How goes it? Well, revelatory at the moment. Absolutely revelatory. Wall a section off with an upstairs beside it and a floor on top. Upstairs beside it and a floor on top. Wall a section off with an upstairs beside it. You should build a tunnel out to where you need that's really safe. I'm going to have to come back to that one. Let's let this digging get done, and then because what you mean is like, oh, I see. Go into there, build walls in the ceiling, of course, yeah. But then you have to you can't build the floors, the ceilings from underneath, can you? You have to do it from the top. So I suppose you could have a tunnel that you can get back. Yeah, I get the idea. I've figured it out. I've worked it out. Yeah, QWERTY's not the best layout for that kind of gubbins. No, I must have sort of internally known really what they were, but I've never thought about it. It never occurred to me. They're called home keys, but there's an actual fucking key with home written on it. That's no good. That's bad naming. They absolutely are, but you get used to it, and if you changed one letter, I'd be chicken pecking. A series of small bungalows in the caverns. We could do little bungalows. That might work. I tried Dvorak, but I couldn't retrain my brain from QWERTY. Didn't Dvorak normally come in the two separate keyboard sections as well? They often have it on those keyboards that are sort of weirdly ergonomic with a split thing down the middle. Or am I going crazy? Anyway, enough. Let's move away from the keyboard. Excuse me. Who's been found dead? What? Aban the Axe Dwarf has been found dead? Question mark. Where's he been found dead? In his badger skin loincloth. Did we have a migration wave not quite make it in? Who found him dead? Who is Orban? Let's quickly take a trip to therapist. Do a quick read. Population still 30 and 1. Oh, 30 adults, 1 child and 1 vulnerable baby. Let's ignore that. Let's go back to Fortress. There we go. It turns out that's just someone who happened to be dead outside that no one noticed before, and now they've noticed. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Let's... Oh, fucking... arse candles. Okay, well we have expanded our knowledge of the caverns at least, with just a simple penetration. Just a slight little nudge. Only the tip. And we've... Horrible man. Do not invite to parties. Okay, so we've done a little bit there. Ideally we'd like to get this bridge done ASAP, because we are now open to any flying beastie that decides to come to the caverns. He's not going to build that bridge. We've only got 1 mechanic, if any. Let me just quickly check in Dwarf Therapist. We have 1 mechanic. It's Claycree. Is he currently working on the... He is? Assuming that's Claycree. That is Claycree. Now, how many mechanisms we've got? It looks like this chap's taking them to the stockpile. Let's just verify that. Make sure he is. He very much is. We have 1 available. It's not ideal. Okay. So. Oh, hang on a minute. Is he... Oh, now he's moving something else. What's he doing now? Oh, just hanging around in the stone stockpile. Now he's going over here. Just hanging around. You know, doing some dwarf shit. As you do. Oh, he's got to get another mechanism. That's good. Okay, so we're banging out mechanisms fairly rapidly. That's not a bad thing. I'm quite happy about that. Oh, hang on. We've got 3 or 4 in there now. Very exciting. Maybe I should put a quick suspension on making them? Question mark. Maybe? Oh, it looks like he's put a suspension on himself. He's just run off to get a little bit of stone. Fair enough, if that's how it works. Did we ever get... No, we never got metal for our Moody Boy, did we? I mean, I suppose we could start... Oh, he hasn't even picked anything up to forbid. Oh, that's a bad one. Let's have a little look over here. Fun fact, banging out mechanisms in British slang is British slang for something fun. It could be. I've never banged out a mechanism. There's always been organic creations, nothing even vaguely mechanistic. But it could be, I suppose. I suppose it could be slang for using a fleshlight. Banged out a mechanism, mate. Well, that's more likely to be banged a mechanism. I'm slightly concerned here. I'm going to build a wall. B, C, W. There we go. And we're just going to wall off this little bit of cavern here. Just to make sure. Are we good? We're good. Lovely. Going to use the local diorite. Get that done nice and quick. And then when we come down here, we can do a little bit more exploratory diggly wiggly. Here we go. A little bit of diggly wiggly. That's a downstairs. We want to actually dig. There we go. Let's make this priority number 1 because we're not digging anything else at the moment. Let's come down like that. come across here. Oh, that's the edge of the map, you say? Very exciterous. Press I for lovely stairs. Oof, that's not good. So we come up here, and we're good. We're good. Then we dig across a couple more here. There we go. I. Keep going down. Hello. This looks good. This looks like we can actually come out onto that little landing bit that we saw. Although there's got to be better. There's got to be better land, right? There's got to be more flat land than that. Is that all there is? Is that all there is? I suppose we could dig out some of these floors here, right? If we dug out some of this gubbins in the walls, we could open up some areas of flat land. We'll have to wait for the moss to grow on them, but wouldn't be too bad. I'm intrigued if there's more over down here. Perhaps there is more to be found at lower levels. There's this little bit here, of course. We could go in there. How much further down can we go? Quite far. But if we pierce in on those, we should be good, as long as we're careful and we wall it off. It'll be fine, scoundrel. Stop worrying. Everything will be fine. Everything will be tickety-boo. Provided we get that wall built and that bridge done. Once the bridge is done, we'll be able to seal off the whole cavern area. We won't need to worry too much, but otherwise, we're in trouble. Are you really sure your kids are human and aren't Bilderberg Group android sleeper agents, says Canasoda. I'm reasonably confident. I would feel that the Bilderberg Group worrying about me would seem to be a comical misallocation of resources, to be fair. If I ever discovered that I was the subject of Bilderberg observations and that kind of affairs, because I think they're more of a sort of bigger picture kind of organisation, right? They tend to get people in to talk about large scale stuff, state of the world kind of affairs. As I understand it. Are we walled in yet? We're walled in. Oh, that's lovely. Very, very nice. So happy. Okay, where did we pop through into the cavern before? I need to... Oh, in there. Okay. So really what I might do here is remove those stairs, put in floors, and then do upstairs. That should work, shouldn't it? Yeah. Because then we're not open to the cavern down below it at all. And we can be safe even if the bridge isn't there. The winter autosave has come, so it doesn't really matter. We've got to wait a minute anyway. Got to hang out. No, see, you're just the vector they're using to insert sleeper agents for other purpose. I mean, it seems, I reckon there are better moves. Hello, Shoshana Steinberg. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the stream, and apologies if I've called you out when you didn't even say anything in chat. How rude of me. How rude of me to acknowledge your follow. What an absolute barbarian. What a subhuman piece of penis cheese. Ugh. Of course, penis cheese is not actually cheese. Please don't try to spread it on crackers. That would... Oh, I mean, it's up to you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. But, I mean, just note that that's not its primary function. That's not what it's there for. I guess it's time I registered and followed already. Well, I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to. It's nice of you to. It's good. But, honestly, if just the fact that anybody is watching is... bafflingly gratifying enough for me, if you see what I mean. Let's dig out these stairs. Can I dig these out? No, scoundrel, you fool! What were you thinking? We need to remove construction, right? Bam. Bam! And the dirt is gone. That didn't work, did it? Is it even possible to remove these stairs? Have I built an eternal stairway? And he's building an eternal stairway. I mean, it's... Alright, here's the plan then. In that case, if that's what's happened, let's go back to priority 1 diggeroonies. Dig over there. Little H-y poo on the end when we're done. And then we'll build a wall and some stairs and we'll just have it staggered. Easy peasy. Easily peasily. Nor is it actually penis, says Fuzzy Logic. I mean, it's from. It is sourced thereabouts. But of course, no, penis cheese is not made of cheese. But we don't call cheese like milk cheese, do we? Do we call it cow milk cheese? I don't normally. I don't refer to it as milk cheese. I mean, you refer to it as the animal that the milk is from, perhaps. But, you know, we just skip over the cheese phase. The milk phase, semantically. We just go straight to the cheese phase, right? The semantic cheese phase? Everyone knows what I'm talking about, right? Nobody's baffled by my choice of words. Hello, Salford Sal. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us again, and apologies for having the first thing you see be me saying penis. How rude. Perfect timing. Well done. Congratulations. Let's have a little sip of beer now. I've finished my hot drink. Oh, I haven't. I finished my hot drink. I really need to trim my moustache. It's picking up like drinks, and I'm not happy about it. Every time I have a little giggle or go, it just sends beads of the thing I've been drinking flying into the air. Very unhygienic. The very first thing I saw when I arrived was, nor is it actually a penis. Yes. I mean, if I explained it would only make it worse. But I'm going to anyway. We were just talking about penis cheese. Don't worry. Nothing to be worried about. Well, there's a whole line of conversation just fraught with danger. I should probably just backpedal. There was some stuff I was going to add to that. I was going to expound on the subject of genital cheeses, and I've decided that's probably a bad idea. It's probably outside the remit of my Twitch tasks. Oh, no, I shouldn't have made that dig down here, priority 1, because now that other one up by the stairs is going to take forever to get done, isn't it? We're always going to be exposed to horrible flying beasties from the caves. Oh, Claycree, you monster. How dare you say such terrible things. Oh, there you go. Dave Velociraptor. Yes, we did send you off in Salford Sal's direction, didn't we? And very useful, I would imagine it has been. I have to imagine. I wasn't there. I'm definitely not watching you. Definitely not hiding in your house and watching you use Dwarf Fortress tutorials. That would be a crazy thing to do. Hello, Fuzzy Logic. Welcome back. Even though you were talking about penis cheese earlier, I just realised I didn't acknowledge you. I just absorbed your statement about penis cheese and moved on, which wasn't really the done thing. I shouldn't have done that. I should have been more acknowledging. Are you going to dig, or... Oh, actually, I can slow this whole thing down, can't I? All I have to do is say DX, take out these 3 diggy jobs, ba-boom, and then also add this digging job at priority 2 so they don't come and do that first. And then we should be all good, right? Excuse me. Burping away. Like some kind of foul heathen. When I get that feeling I'm a sexual heathen. Shall we get digging then, boys? Or are you just going to be prattling around in the tunnels for a couple of years? Is that your plan? Is that the idea? Ah, here we go. Someone's taken on the task. Someone's ready to get down there and dig them out. Yeah. I mean, why not if you want to do an audio? But you've got to find an audio book with like 2 characters, though, which is awkward. There aren't many. I mean, well, I say audio, but you've got to find a book first with 2 characters, and there aren't too many. I'm not exactly resplendent with voices. Certainly not any that could be taken seriously. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, Crying Fries. Blue crying fries, teardrops are falling from my crying fries. No, that's not how it works. Sorry. Just got carried away there. Apologies. And apologies once more, again, for shouting someone out when they haven't even mentioned anything in chat. Very rude. Very anti-being lurker-friendly, isn't it? I'm an arse. I'm a terrible arse. DH. Let's dig this out. What was the name of that puppet with the monocle from the 70s and 80s that used to go, I'm a silly ass? Used to be like a drunk lord. Lord something. Does anyone remember that? Anyone of that age? Of that similar or older age as me? Preferably older. Booksite Beard says, yeah, don't point out the lurkers, you break the fourth wall. Oh my goodness. I'm Kojimering. Look, ma, no fourth wall. D, let's build some constructed upstairs. There we go. And we want to build them. What? No! There we go. We want to build them. Looking up and down like a fucking meerkat on its side. Here we go. Upstairs. Go down the floor. Bang. Dum dum. No? Question mark? Are you really fucking kidding me? Here we go. Okay, now. Okay, apparently I can only build them there, which is kind of annoying. But hey, now we've done it. It's all good. And then once they're built, we should be able to build a wall behind them, right? In fact, let's do that now. Let's put that in now. Build constructed wall. Too tall. There. Oh, wait. That doesn't do anything. Wait, this doesn't stop anything getting up. This has no positive effects whatsoever. That entire corridor, that entire stairway is tainted. Without taking those stairs out, there's fuck all we can do. Okay, how about I say build constructed floor? How about that? If I put floor where the stairs are. Wow. Okay, well, that is very unnecessarily complicated. Wait, if I can do that, I can do it on the floor below, right? Ah, look at this. Amazing, amazing. None of that extra work was needed. None of it. So, let's go up a floor and say D. No. Let's just click on them and take them apart. That's how it's done. Excuse me, my brain isn't working properly. If I'm honest, it never has. And we just need to build downstairs there, don't we? Although, rather we don't actually, because that corridor is not really necessary anymore. Let's click on that. No? X? Of course not. I was pressing D. Why would I click the right key? That would be insane. Designate, disassemble. Bang. There we go. Okay. Oh, now that little tricky brain twister's over and I've come back to my senses, let's just go back down into this tunnel and see if any of this is... of course it's still not getting dug. Of course not. Why would it get dug? That would be ludicrous. Absolute poppycock. There we go. Diggy diggy. So, let's have a little look at chat again and see if anything interesting has been said. Lord Charles. That was it. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Lord Charles. Oh, you silly ass. It used to be like a vaudeville type act that was on TV a lot all over the place. It's definitely not Harold Shipman. Lord Charles... Harold Shipman was definitely somebody else. He's, I think, Britain's most successful serial killer? Possibly? I'm not sure. I mean, I know he's a serial killer, but I'm not sure about his success levels. How successful was he, I wonder? Let's not look it up. It's not really vital. It's not really something we need to know. It's just sort of like an interesting side fact. Right, come on, keep digging, boys. Get down those holes and dig. North Westerhausen, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. I should just try and find my way using the home keys. Shall we have a no looking at keyboard run next week? I have to. If I look down, I'll get a special piece of card that goes like a big ruff around my neck, so I can't look down at the keyboard, dressed like Shakespeare, and then it will prevent me from having any kind of actual looksies at the keyboard. It'll be good. 200 people suspected to have died. Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, good going for a serial killer. I mean, objectively, it's bad, but you know, if we are quantitatively comparing serial killers, that's not a bad run. I mean, obviously it's a bad run. It's intrinsically bad. People died, but you know what I mean. You get the idea. Well, technically, I suppose he's. When you say he's definitely Revelin, the most. Oh, sorry, Ravelin, not Revelin. What am I saying? I suppose he's the most successful known serial killer. There could be a serial killer out there who's fucking just knocking them out the park, left, right, and centre, and you know, doing a Zodiac and not getting caught. It's possible. It's possible. I mean, how many people go missing every year? Loads. I feel like I'm putting bad ideas in awful people's minds now. I should probably shut up. Make sure I don't give anybody any crazy ideas. Where do you get all of your crazy ideas? Well, it's funny you should ask. A dog talks to me. Right, here we go. 2, 3, and then over here. 2, 3, X. Bang. If we penetrate this little cavern bit here, it will give us more situational awareness. It'll let us see more of the cavern. And of course, we can put a sweet wall in there to keep ourselves protected. Ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum-bum. Prolific, yes. Prolific is probably a better word than successful. Sal, you are correct. Very, very righteously corrected. Were you born a scoundrel, like some kind of genetic scoundrel gene, or was it something that came to you later in life? Later in life, actually. The only reason I am called the Scoundrel M is it's a very tedious name origin, but very verifiable. I had to come up with a username for my very first email account sometime probably 96, 97, maybe even 95. And I had a Hotmail account that had Scoundrel in the name. Because at the time I had just recently received the West End Games D6 Star Wars role-playing system, and I quite liked the Scoundrel class of characters, essentially the class Han Solo is supposed to be. And that's it. It's a simple teenage whimsy carried through to my 39th, probably beyond, year. So there you go. Very tedious, very boring, but nonetheless, that's how it goes. Excuse me. Build, constructed, no. Constructed wall. And then we do a couple of Ks, like that. Build a wall like, is that good? That is not good. We want the wall there. Let's leave those things outside. We don't need no gemstones. We've got plenty of gemstones. And then let's have a little look at how the land lays. Lays? The lay of the land? The lie of the land? Whatever. It doesn't look like there's a whole heap of land there, does it? And there's certainly not a lot of flat land. It's still gullies and canyons. So not the optimal place for getting into those caverns. Even... oh, hello. What have we got over here? This seems to have been expanded on a bit. Oh, no, we'd already seen this area, hadn't we? I feel like there's scope to dig out here, maybe? Still very high. Dearie me. I feel... if we connect up here, we should be good, right? That should give us some fun times. Some happy-go-lucky excitement, maybe. We do want to be able to close it off, though, don't we? Let's have a little look down here. Wasn't having crazy ideas at all. No, not at all, says Salford Sal. Good. I'm glad you haven't been drawn into the serial killer trap. Now, if you want to argue the most prolific serial killers all lived long before a modern record of crime, I'm inclined to agree. Well, I mean, statistically, that does make sense. Although, does more people being available make it easier to be a serial killer? Because back in the day, yeah, people, maybe life was cheaper. And it also depends how you proclaim a serial killer. Do we call Genghis Khan a serial killer? Because I imagine he's a fucking contender. And there's lots of historical figures who probably killed a lot of people. I mean, think about all those Aztec priests. Or was it the Aztecs who sacrificed people on the pyramids? I'm not sure. But think about all those priesthoods that had human sacrifices. That's a lot of killings. It's amazing. I lost a fortress yesterday, says Dave Velociraptor, because I hadn't finished off my bridge mechanism and the invaders beat my dwarf to it. Amazing how fucked you are once they're inside the main fortress. It is. And Polosonia says 1996. Yes, 1996, the year I turned 16. Very easy to do the maths. The Councillor M. If I'd been more intrigued in that, or what was it called? The Consular Class M. The Consular M. It could have worked. The only reason I'm the Scoundrel M is because I looked at all the numbers. I looked at all the versions that the thing was throwing back at me with numbers on when I was setting up my Twitch and I think it was my Xbox Live account where I became the Scoundrel M. But I was looking at all the numbers it was throwing back at me and going, and I thought, what if I just make it myself the Scoundrel and then the first letter of my name, Matt. Just the Scoundrel M. Bosh, there you go, that's the name. And it stuck. And you know what? Because I've got underscores in my username, barely anybody else comes up when you Google me. So, it's kind of cool, I think. It's alright. It's good. That's the thing, Salford Sal. If she was born in 1996, then she's definitely old enough to be here. Or, sorry, they are old enough to be here. Because, that would make them at least 20-something. 20 fucking years ago, the Millennium drink up. My goodness. Buckshot Brigade is here. Hello. Wah to you too. Wah indeed. There's something like 6 active serial killers in the US alone. There's supposed to be that one that goes along the road into Canada and stuff. There's a rumoured serial killer who's been killing prostitutes and stuff for fucking decades. Probably has triple figures easy. It's very sad. If it's state sanctioned, it's genocide. Only if you're trying to kill everybody. If you're trying to kill everybody of a particular group, then it's genocide. If you're just trying to kill people, just trying to hit numbers, then that's different. That's technically not genocide. That's just madness. That's just having said that, genocide is madness. Let's not beat around the bush with that one. But I think there's a different name. You've got to have a special label because genocide's specifically trying to wipe a group out. Whereas if you're just killing because you enjoy it, then that's different, right? Which goes on what side on the moral spectrum there? I don't know. Let's not try and figure that one out. That's a scary little place to stand, isn't it? There is the word genes in genocide. If you're murdering everyone in sight, it's just mass murder. There we go. Diana Sarkskog got there before me. 1998 for Ravelin. So you're 22? 22-ish. 22. Claycree may have it. We'll do namies in a minute, Claycree. We'll get in there. Oh, you do have a dwarf. Yeah, you're the mechanic. You're making all sorts of stuff. True. Yeah, I don't think heads of state actually get when you get on when you're actually doing the rankings. You have to have separate categories for ordered to kill and actually killed, right? Because there's a whole different level. You've got to give someone who's ordering people killed fuck off. You ain't getting on that list of crazy motherfuckers. You're just an asshole. You don't get any fucking serial killer cred. Whereas if you're doing it yourself, then okay. I mean, clearly you have the courage of your convictions, if you have any convictions and aren't merely just very psychotic. I mean, come on. They're a different type of people, I think. People who actually kill lots of people themselves and people who order lots of people kill. Sure, more people die when you put it into the hands of a sort of like blame diffusing system, but you know, those people don't deserve any respect. Whereas, I mean, you got to respect the serial killer. I mean, especially if they're bearing down on you. I mean, I don't mean like, you know, bow and say, "Oh, good day, sir. Thank you very much for killing me." I mean, like you would respect a fucking bear that was attacking you. I mean, you don't, you know. Okay, this is very semantically dangerous ground, isn't it? Shall we move on? Salford says, "I don't remember 1996. I was drunk." Me too. I have some hazy recollections, but I don't really remember it. Hibernoe, 1996 is about 6 years ago. Don't lie. I know. Things that happened 10 years ago, I'm like, no, that's not 10. Oh no. We're 20 years after fucking Judge Dredd. 20 years. The guy up in Canada isn't suspected. The thing that happened recently is they realised that they were thought was 2 or 3 different serial killers was all the same killer. He's killed something like 60 people. What a prick. What a prick. You do need to have at least a metropolis to have a serial killer, I think. So you could have had them in Rome or Babylon, etc., I suppose. Most serial killers tended to get caught for completely unrelated things to their actual crimes. I mean, are we talking modern era or are we talking historically? Right. Dave Velociraptor said, yeah, the 90s were a bit of a drunken blur, and I suppose a drunken blur with a capital B because, yes, the band Blur probably were drunk in a lot of the 90s. Excuse me. Traffic stops and like, oh, you know, Buckshot Brigade, one of the ones that really freaked me out was Jeffrey Dahmer getting away with so much. He actually had one of his victims like escape from his house and like go to the police, and he managed to convince them that they should give him back into his care so he could take him home. I mean, that's a smooth talker. I mean, a fucking arsehole, but man, I mean, Jesus Christ. If the police were saying, "Are you killing this guy?" Even if I wasn't, I'd be like, "No, don't arrest me, please." Boom, boom, boom. I think you're in already, Salford Sal. You may have died already because definitely somebody stumped up the points. Somebody said Salford Sal doesn't have a dwarf. I'm going to get one for Salford Sal, and I honoured that because I thought you'd want that. Good morrow, serial killer friend. Would you have some candy from my unmarked white van? Imagine that. Now there's a movie. Paedophile versus serial killer. It's like Sharks versus Octopus or one of those movies. Megalodon versus Shark. But I mean, honestly, I think definitely falls into the category of exploitation cinema, right? I don't think anyone seriously is going to make that film as Oscar bait. Then again, who knows? They may not give it that title, but I can imagine those kind of things suddenly bubbling up to the surface somehow. A lot of serial killers operate in rural areas too. That's right. Let's not forget Ed Gein, one of the earliest recognised serial killers. I don't think he even actually killed that many people, did he? I don't think. In fact, he wasn't a serial killer, was he? He did dig up dead bodies. But I think he only killed his mum and maybe like one other person. And I think technically you need to kill 6 people on separate occasions to be classed as a serial killer. If you kill all your people in the same sort of group, you're a spree killer. That's a different thing from a serial killer. Very exciting. Somebody's watched too much Mindhunter. Ravelin says, the USA in 2012 uncovered a guy who from 1970 on was the USA's most prolific serial killer before being arrested on a narcotics charge and confessing. Didn't that happen with that BTK guy? He was like going on for years and years and years, and they never, until like he was like 20, 30 years down the line, they never caught him. Most get caught doing a break-in or they turn themselves in. It's almost impossible to bag someone who goes out and commits truly random murder. I mean, yeah, if they're very, very careful. But, you know, everyone gets sloppy after a while, right? You get used to it if you start doing it too often. Guy confessed to like 100 murders and 50 are confirmed. Good lord. That might be the guy the Slayer song's about. I'm not sure. A lot of serial killers also had a habit of being subject to vigilante justice. I'm not surprised. It seems like the kind of thing people would get upset about. The escapee had a brain injury. Yes, that's very true. there was one province over who owned a pig farm and fed his victims to the pigs. I imagine a lot of locals went vegan afterwards. Well, it's too late, isn't it? If you've already second-hand eaten one of the townsfolk, I mean, it's too late. It's gone through the system. Depends on the definition, but most consider 2 to 4 over a long period of time. Oh, okay. That's why serial killers only tend to get caught like 10 to 20 kills deep. Ah, interesting. Yes, old deleted files on a floppy disk at a church he was a member of. Good point. Well, I say buckshot. You say that buckshot brigade, but certainly in the States and Canada, where guns are a lot more prevalent, I wouldn't be surprised, like, because eventually they fuck up, they break into someone's house and get shot, and that's game over, right? Ugh, game over. Game over, man. Game over. This pork sausage tastes a bit gamey. Gamey, lovely. Tastes like long pig. Cabri sans cour. The old, as they said in the old, what's his name games, Gabriel Knight. Oh my goodness. Heavens above. It's all getting crazy. Hang on a minute. Have we got this one song on loop? What happened here? Why am I hearing Koganu-san again and again? Don't get me wrong. I very much like the scenario, but let's get a little bit of variety. Hello? Unavailable? Question mark? There we go. Things are going back to normal. Whew, okay. Where were we? Enough of this serial killer talk. This is getting exceedingly dark. It will be fucking Holocaust facts next, and we'll all be sitting here going, oh, God, why is the world so horrible? Anyway, where were we? Right, and don't. I already regret saying that. Okay, where were we? We were looking at how to penetrate these caverns accurately? Safely. That was the word I was looking for, safely. And I should probably try digging over to this area so we can get some cavern wood. Seems like a good plan. I'm going to do that. Let's find the level it joins on. Press D. Dig here, like this. It's good. Then we come over here and we'll hopefully connect it up, even though I know there's going to be a gap. There we go. Lovely. Very nice. Okay, we'll just let this run for a bit. We're getting 80 frames a second, or high 80s. Oh, no, sorry, high 70s. Low 70s? High 60s. Low 60s. We're getting 60 frames a second. It's all good. It's all good. Everyone can be happy. Everything is tickety-boo. These amateurs also use hydrochloric or sulfuric acid. Boiled lye is what you want. Like the stuff out of... he pulls on his arm in Fight Club. Is that the stuff? Buckshot Brigade says, in the US, people have a habit of forming hunting parties when cryptids are sighting and panic ensues, to say the least of murders. When crazy or terrifying things start happening, people get paranoid and violent. My goodness. Cryptids. La Chupacabra. Chupacabra? The Bigfoot? The old Sasquatch? Nearly said Samiad there. Very different creature. Very smaller. Very smaller? Much smaller. Not very smaller. Man, does everyone remember the Samiad from the old BBC children's series? They recently remade that. They've recently done like an actual movie with the Samiad in, and it was fucking, what's his name? About the size of a peach, sir. Fucking... I can't remember his name. You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off. What was his name? Scoundrel will be describing Mengele as a... No, definitely not. Definitely not. What a bunch of arseholes. You don't want to... He was just a really fucking weird wanker, not an arsehole. What you don't want to hear about, the 18-year-old voodoo priestess who confessed to 35 murders in 1912 and then escaped prison 10 years later, never to be heard from again. Oh my goodness! Who is that? A legit famous case? Sounds like a movie in that. Telia says, waves on his way to bed. Have a great stream, sir. Well, thank you very much. You enjoy your bedtime as well. Not like that, dirty pervert. I mean, get a good night's sleep. Behave. Someone's dehydrated. This isn't a good sign. This suggests to me that somebody is going mad. Let's have a little look. Oh, that doesn't come up in the alerts. Bit of a sad one. One of the wild boars has given birth to piglets. This could be bad. I'm going to do a quick population check. Dwarf Therapist says we have 30 adults, 1 child, and 1 vulnerable baby. Which is fine. That was the number we had before. Nobody's died, apparently. Telia says, don't flood the world with lava unless it's deliberate. I will try my best. I will do my hardest. We shouldn't be out of food, Harold Beaver. We have a significant number of plump helmets. 200, maybe? Who knows? We've got seeds, we've got spawn, we've got drinks, 100, dwarven wines, and we do have cave fish, cave lobster, a few other bits and bobs. So we're not completely out of food. We're not doing great, but I suspect that the mood was in fact... the dehydration, was in fact this guy who had a mood, and then we had to wall him in because we couldn't get any metal bars. Bit sad. Never mind. Sir Maurice Micklewhite. I feel like that name... Oh, that's... Yes, of course. Michael Caine. Yes, that's the one. Michael Caine or Harold Shipman. Dave Velociraptor, very much... I was going to say got a hard-on for Dr. Shipman, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think his sexual fantasies revolve around Harold Shipman masks. Baby, I need you to do something special for me. I can't get hard unless you wear the face of 1990s serial killer Harold Shipman. Was he a 90s serial killer? I suppose he was killing in the 90s. I've got love for you if you were killing in the 90s. The 90s. That's not the way you should do it. Right, let's put some upstairs here, because it looks like the floor has actually deconstructed the stairs. Not D. B, that's a D. B, construction, upstairs. That's a U, that is a U. Let me just pop those babies there. Construction present. Oh, I can't build them under a floor. That's excellent. Well done. It's a good job we built these little bits, isn't it? There we go. U. There we go. Okay, so we did need that after all. Hooray! Yay! We've solved the problem. We need a downstairs on the floor above, though, don't we? Have I built one? I don't think I have. Build. Constructed. There we go. Downstairs, is that a D? It is a D. Holy shit. One of those rare scenes where a Dwarf Fortress key is the first letter of the word. There we go. Bang. It's all good. Right, let's have a little look at chat again. Let's have a look. To be fair, when cryptids get involved, there are their own share of horrible stories. Interesting. I do love a good cryptid. Very good fun. One of the more gentle and less dangerous wacky theories. Although I'm sure Buckshot Brigade's about to induct me into a world of horror to do with Bigfoot. Do the British get paranoid and violent, or is there something in the tea that makes you all calm? British people definitely get paranoid and violent, all the time. It's just that, there are less guns around, so it tends to less commonly end in people being shot, and people being more likely to end in people being stabbed. And it's harder to get a good number of kills in with a knife, as I understand it. I'm guessing. I assume. I don't know for sure. What happened there? Have we... Well, someone's found a dead dog. That's fine. Some paused the game. We do have shotguns fairly widely available, but I mean, when you say that, they're not really. Yeah, exactly. Clementine Barnabet, one of the USA's most prolific serial killers, but not as well known as others. Interesting. So that's, I presume, that's the priestess person you were talking about. Deconstructed. There's a word I hate seeing on a food menu. I've never seen it on a food menu. And again, I don't tend to go to restaurants very often. His victims were often in their 90s. Very good, or comedies? Very good, I like that. I mean, not the fact that he was killing people, but your amusing little bon mot. Very nice. Pro Dwarf Fortress player in action here. That's right, Telia. I say, well, not really. I definitely not pro either in like income terms or pro in skill level. More of a meandering nonsense monger. That's what I am. Mucking about, being silly. Nighty night, Telia. You get a good one. Toodle Pip Sergeant Indy. You get yourself down and get the groceries. Get yourself some nice food. Tasty, tasty. Look how many 10 plus fatality mass stabbings there are in China. Again, I mean, in their cities, they've got a lot of people bunged in, haven't they? There's a big old populace in China. So more targets. What am I saying? Why am I encouraging this line of thinking? Exactly. Exactly. Take them away where the noise doesn't matter. I don't think, like, serial killers are certainly not big on guns, but mass killers, I think we can definitely see a theme. I mean, like the ones who aren't trying to not get caught, they use guns. Blame chat for Scoundrel's dark thoughts. Yeah, I mean, technically, but Twitch does hold me responsible for chat. So, yeah, it's kind of horrible, whirling death grip. We're like the Balrog and Gandalf falling down that hole. Do you reckon, how long do you reckon they were falling down that pit? Because it must have been quite a while. It was very deep. Do you reckon they stopped fighting after a point? They were just falling and falling. They're like, well, this is a bit pointless. I can't kill you. You can't kill me. We're kind of evenly matched. Should we just fall? Yeah, why not? Do you reckon it turned into the scene from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey where they start doing I Spy? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. I was about to launch into a analysis of the use of bombs in terror. Oh, don't, Scoundrel, come on. Let's lighten the mood. We've been wallowing in the dark place for a very long time. It's pretty grim. Let me quickly check to see if we've got this bridge built yet. Nope, of course not. Why would they build a bridge? That would be practical. It looks like we've got plenty of mechanisms made, so I'm going to put a pause on this. Let's suspend that. And then we'll wait for... Ah! Hello. It looks like they've finished... whoever it was who went mad has finished, and we can deconstruct their thing. Designate N for remove construction. Take out the wall, and that poor lad can get buried. And we can use the Craftsdwarf workshop again. Very sad. So now the population numbers read 29 adults, 1 child, and 1 vulnerable baby. Vulnerable baby. Nope, still haven't built the bridge. I would watch it, but I feel like we should probably go a bit deeper down and pay some more attention to what's going on down here. Now, we could probably get some decent wood if we come down here. Let's just check to see if any orders have been placed. Is the auto chop dashboard on? There is. Do cave trees count? Don't see anything that says don't dig cave trees. Maybe I should just send someone down to get these trees quickly, and then we've got a bit of wood. We can wall it off. It'll be fine. There we go. Let's just have all of them. Fuck it. Diggy diggy. In it, mate. Where are we? Let's have a little look here. Harold Beaver says Scoundalf. One day I hope to have like the long white hair and the beard to look like Gandalf, but right now I've got to stick with my brown hair slowly going grey. We'll see how it works out. Fingers crossed. Oh, we've had a baby girl born. Very nice indeed. If it's an elf, it's not murder. Now that is true. That is true. That's very true. Nice weather we've been having. Salford, I haven't been outside Salford, Sal. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen any weather. I've taken this opportunity to live my best life, and I've remained indoors resolutely since lockdown began. Hot and unpleasant. Oh no. That's the worst if you're stuck indoors. Hot and unpleasant. Cold isn't too bad. You can pop the heating on, but if it's hot, ugh. Diana Sark's cold. You may see a dwarf therapist and choose a dwarf. One vulnerable baby. Let's go over there now and have a little look. I'll look at the namey queue and we'll see what's going on. Oh, somebody's posted something in the Discord. I won't look right now. I've got to look at the namey queue first. So, Can of Soda wants our first mechanic, but we still haven't had any new mechanics turn up. It's a disaster. So, if you want to rejig your requirements, feel free. You are at the top of the queue. Ocelot has said they wanted a poll. Hot poop or cold poop? That is the question. Well, you requested the poll, so I'm going to actually honour that poll and put it in chat right now. There we go. Let's mark that as complete. And then I can come over here. I can say manage poll, new poll, question, and the answers can be hot or cold. No context. No context. It's just hot or cold. What do you prefer? What do you prefer? He wants to know. He wants to know. There you go. The poll is in chat, and we will soon find out what the democratic result will be. Hot, cold, it's all poop. So, next, let's get the queue back up. I've got rid of that. Dave Velociraptor wants a dwarf to be named Stairmaster 4000. Well, let's just check that nobody actually wants one named after themselves before we start putting out novelty meme names. Orchimedes, Bauxite Beard, Curly, Dave, you're already in here, Druidsmead, Fuzzy, Hibernoe, Clay Cree, Northwesterhausen, Ravelin 2, Righteous Boner, and Tidy all have dwarves already. Which means if we've got some left afterwards, I'll come back and do it. Righteous Boner wants someone named Thunderous Fart. Likewise, I will return to these names once the people who've requested get one. Also, Rip Slagfist from Can of Soda. My goodness. Buckshot Brigade wants Wah. Does nobody want one with their own name on? You haven't got one yet, Buckshot Brigade. I'm going to give you one with your own name. That's what I'm going to do. Bauxite Beard says, do I get one? And I think you've already got one. Yeah, you're already there. Look. There you are. You're our bookkeeper. Very exciting. I'm not going to mark it as complete. I'm going to reject it, which means you get the points back. Boom. There you go, Bauxite Beard. Already in. Let's put Buckshot Brigade in. Going to resist the urge to call you Bucky all the time. Going to choose this one here. Set nickname. Paste. Buckshot Brigade. Thou art in. Let's mark as complete. Salford Sal. Apparently not in this fortress yet, which is good. Let's have a look. She's. I'm up for a gory death. Well, I mean, any one of these is as likely to die horribly as any of the others. So let's do this one. Salford Sal, you're in. You're a what now? An animal trainer. Ooh, that's a job you're never actually going to get to do. Lovely. Who else have we got? Diana Sark's cult, of course. Let's just copy that and see if it'll fit. I have a horrible feeling it's longer than 16. What do you reckon, Diana? You wanted to choose? Let's have a little look. Any requests? Oh, here we go. 86% of those who responded to the poll preferred cold poo, which is, as an absolute number, 6 people. Only one person wants hot poop. Lovely. Can of Soda's still fine for waiting for a new mechanic. Okay, you can hold on. May I take Zon Colescool? I already did a namey thing. Zon Colescool. There we go. I see you. I see you. I set nickname. I paste actual name. I say okay, and I commit. You're in. You are in. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with being called Bucky. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm the same Sal. I've been trying for ages to get signed off to work from home, and I finally got signed off now. Hooray! Working from home. BB. Ah, BB. What, like the little spherical robot? I have a relative called BB, but I won't be calling you that. Like the Red Rider airgun. Ah, I only know that from Fallout 4. Okay, so we've got all the namies in, and I've committed everything. Let's just check to see if there's... Oh, we've still got loads of people left. Right, we'll mark Diana's one as complete, and we'll give Thunderous Fart, of course, who is going to be subject to renaming should someone else request. We'll go with Rip Slagfist. There we go. Rip Slagfist goes in. Set nickname Bosch. Okay. Mark is complete. Let's commit these so we don't lose them. Ariane said, if there is not one with my name, I would like one. Oh, that's very good. Let's have a quick look. Make sure. I don't think you're in yet, Ariane. You can have Cog here. There we go. Bang, you're in. Mark is complete. Stairmaster 4000. Right, we're not having any more meme names after this guy's gone in. Here we go. Iral. Set Stairmaster. Bosch and commit. There we go. Markers complete. Fantastic. And Canasoda still sitting at the top of the queue there, waiting for his opportunity to have a little mechanic named after him. Very exciting. Dave V2 is still alive. He is. To be honest, I think we're... I'm probably going to stream Bomber Crew again tonight. Well, maybe we'll have a little look at that later on. Once I'm finished, maybe people will toddle over there. We'll see. We'll see. I am... very much in need of the toilet, actually. How long have we been going for? I'm recording for an hour and a quarter. Okay, let's go back to Fortress. Sorry to deny people the chance to spend their points there. Very cruel of me. Very cruel. I bet some of you were sitting there just waiting for me to forget that I was Indoor Therapist. Just dying to reset it. But unfortunately, it didn't work. It didn't work. I will be taking a pee break in a minute. Let's just let this roll on for a few more minutes. Let's give it a few more minutes of game time. Let's unpause. Come back down to the cavern zone. Take me to the cavern zone. I was about to make that a horrible dirty sex joke, but I won't. I won't. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, another baby girl's been born. Hello. They've been busy in the fortress. Why is there miasma there? Because it's my stockpile for bits of dead animals. That kind of makes sense. Okay. Right, back down into the cavern layer over here. Right. We connected? Okay, we are connected. Has anyone come down here to dig anything or chop anything yet? Not by the look of it, but it has been selected as a task to be done, which is good. Very good. I don't want to leave this open for too long, though. Let's get some wood. Let's kill... let's put a wall up, and then let's get out of here. Part of me feels like maybe we should dig a well as well. But, I mean, do we need water right now? Hello. Oh, it's someone come down to... Oh, very nice. It's only exposed a little bit more of the watery area, but it's fine. Can I... If we... What the funky dickens is that all about? Hello? Question mark? Okay, let's go down. Can I... Oh, stop skipping to new areas. Can I dig a well just in the air miles above the water? Does it just have to be above the water, or does the distance between the water and the well matter? Because I could probably dig a well just by sort of finding one of these areas and then digging a little tunnel out over it and putting a well over it. Yeah? Not from here. Maybe from a bit further down. Although putting the well... I feel a bit weird putting the well outside the fortress, technically. Actually, what we can do is if we just go dig a little side passage. There we go. Dig a little side passage. We come down. So they can go... oh, hang on a minute. I got a plan. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. So we got that. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. A 5 by 5 room. And if we go down to here, we should be able. So one upstairs, there, and And then we now want up, downstairs. There. Yeah, except no. Here we want downstairs, which is D. That's digging. Downstairs is J. Like that. Gosh, so we've got a downstairs, got an up downstairs, and we've got an upstairs. That'll work, won't it? And then technically I don't need these multiple floors here. We just want the bottom one, and then this one to that one can be removed. If you use the correct keys, scoundrel, yes it can. But if you do what you actually did, then no. Phew, okay, that feels good. That feels like it's going to work. Excellent news, everybody. Yes, you can have a skylight well. Oh, thank God for that, because otherwise this would have been an entirely pointless little exercise. Entirely pointless. Pro tip, bigger guns are always better because they're more ammo efficient, except for the 20mm. The 20mm... Oh, we're talking about Bomber Command. Whew. There we go. There we go. Hello, TKR 101010. Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for joining us again. I am just about to go on a break, and have a little wee-wee. But for now, we are going to continue. Don't worry. Don't panic. Remain calm and, just keep control of yourself. Don't get too excited. It's been very dark in chat tonight. I hope you're going to bring a little bit of sunshine and light to the proceedings, because it's been all serial killers and genocide since we started. And frankly, we need a new tack. We need a new tack. We don't want to scare people off, do we? We want to have japes and jolliness, not horrible stuff. I mean, obviously, to a degree, some horrible stuff, but horrible stuff about poop. Horrible stuff about poop, not horrible stuff about, murders. Ugh. Ugh. You are North Westerhausen. You are already in the fortress. Has to be said. We did, yes, Dave, you did talk about nice biscuit combinations, and that was very nice, and I liked it. I loved that bit of conversation. I was like, ah, yes, lovely, lovely biscuit. Tasty, tasty, tasty. And then we went off on a very weird, horrific tangent, but okay, we'll live. We'll live. Serial killing mandrills in broad daylight. Those fucking mandrills. Those terrifying blue-ended bastards. Can't trust a mandrill. Right, I'm not going to dig the hole for the well yet, because I've just realised we don't have access to any metal to make chains. So that's probably not ideal. However, it's okay, because we will end up with the access to the magma fairly soon. I feel like this session is the one where we break the magma, right? This is the one. This is the moment to shine. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, have they dug those trees down yet? And have we got the wood in from them yet? That's a key fact. Yes, we've got a bit of wood. That's nice. I'm going to check to see if we've got a stockpile for wood. I don't think we have, actually. I don't think we have. No. No wood stockpile at all, which means, in fact, no carpenter's workshop either. Which means we should probably add one, right? Let's try digging onwards a bit in this tunnel, right? Let's go make it priority 2. There we go, dig on a bit. And then just here, there we go, we'll make a lovely little room. A lovely, lovely little woomy room. And we'll dig a door there. And 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, bang, door there, bang, and then bishy bashy boshy, we'll put a wood stockpile right in there. Although I just realised we should probably not dig there, but there. That's better. And once that room's dug